welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Utah Utes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who he was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Looking for a man. It's Gray. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. So the Utah Utes offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's rolled. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give to the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Taylor wants to throw it. Pressure coming. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, coming into this one, the offense knew a big key was going to be getting the ground game established. They haven't been able to do that yet. They punted on their opening drive, and they have a negative play here on the first play of their second drive.
Pulls it in. It's Jenkins. Breaks into the open. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Booth. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got a man. It's Booth. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He gets it to the 34-yard line. An excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utah. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Gray. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hayes. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Gives it on the option. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Gray. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Fires left. And the timing just a hair off.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. There he goes.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. The give on the option. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Apparently not tempted to kick the 45-yard field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Porter. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it to the right side. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw, it's Gray. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Got some room to run. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Utes! Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt, putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continue to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Vanderbilt. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Jenkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of them. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Catches it at the 30. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Stewart. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Utes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Taylor wants to throw. And the quarterback will be slung, trying to get more points on the board before the break. Line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this run. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation,
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for room, it's Burrell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
they're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the quarterback led his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown, and here they go on 4th and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Gray. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jenkins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Complete to the left. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Dunlap. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
No gain on the play. Third down coming.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. We're just about ready for the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Makes a pass to Marker. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing the
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with it.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Campbell. He'll throw it. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Burrell. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. He wants it all. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
Pulls it in down the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Snagged in the middle. It's Booth. Touchdown, Cyclones! A great catch and run for 6. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Number 19 sets the kickoff.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grab, go to the middle. It's Bell. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're after him. just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
It'll be third and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Hauser. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll try the left side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Porter. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going back to the ground. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, it's Gray. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab behind the line. It's Kramer. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. He's got him. Breaks into the open. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. First down for this offense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the